Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to exercise 2.5. We have finished with question number 1, 2, question number 4, 6, and 7. Okay. Now we have to go to the questions which deal with factorize. See, my dear students, first of all, you have to understand the basic difference between the two types of questions. One is they are asking us to expand. Okay. They are asking us to expand or to solve. And the other one is they are asking us to factorize. You can consider this when they ask us to expand, then actually what they mean to say is that they are asking us to solve this. Supposing if it is 24 plus 3, then we are supposed to solve this whole square. Then we are supposed to solve this. Okay, we are supposed to find the end value of this. 24 plus 3, if you see, we can solve it in this way and then you will find the value of this, whatever it is. Okay, this is expansion done. Same, supposing if it is a plus b the whole square, then actually you are doing a plus b into a plus b and you are actually solving this bracket. And you get this. But then instead of using this multiplication of bracket, we use identities and we directly reach to this answer. That is what we do with the help of identities. But basically we are doing what? We are doing this same thing. We are multiplying the brackets. If 24 plus 3 into 24 plus 3 would be 27 into 27. Same thing we are trying to do over here. We are trying to multiply the brackets even if it is a plus b the whole square or if it is x plus y plus z the whole square. We are using identity over here. But in the end, whatever the answer that we are getting is basically the answer of x plus y plus z into x plus y plus z. That is what we are doing over here. And exactly reverse we are going when we are asked to factorize. In factorize, what happens? We are given a value. We are actually given a value like this, whatever this would have been the end value. Better I find it once and for all. Six, 8, 9. Okay, fine, something of that sort. If supposing 6, 8, 9 is given to me, then I have to reach over here, or I can at least reach over, not over here exactly, over here. So 625 will be, if I go to solve it, then it will be 25 into 25, which actually can be 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. This is actually, I have done the factorization of 625. 625 I have converted into the multiples of the number. It can be not necessary, it has to be only 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. It can be anything else also. Supposing if it is 576. If I go to factorize this, so what I will get? 2 2s are 4, 2 8s are 16, 2 8s are 16. Again 2 144s are. Then again 2 72s are. Then again 2 36s are. Then again 2 18s are. Then again 2 9s are. Then again 3 3s are. Then again 3 3 1s are. So 576 I have factorized as 1 2 3 4 5 6. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Okay, like this. This is factorization done. So this is for the numbers you are supposed to do. Now you have to also learn it for the expressions. Means actually you will be given a square minus 2ab plus b square. Question will be in expanded form, in the expanded form, and you have to convert it into the form of, this is what actually a minus b the whole square means, a minus b into a minus b. You have to bring it in this form. That is basically factorization. In factorization, you convert them into the forms of the expressions which when multiply will become this. A minus b into a minus b will become this. Okay, and here you have to open the brackets and reach to an expansion form. So of course in both the cases you need to know the identities very well. So what are you going to do over here? Now supposing if I start with question number 3, they are asking me to factorize following using appropriate identities. Fine. So what do I get over here? Now see here, I have been given with 9x square plus 6xy plus y square. See now actually after having a closer look to this expression, you should be able to at least make out, first of all, you should be able to make out this can be transferred to what? Can I transfer it to a plus b the whole square, or a minus b the whole square, or a plus b the whole cube, or a minus b the whole cube, or even, sorry, actually you have got x plus y the whole square, x minus y the whole square, x plus y the whole cube, x minus y the whole cube, or even x plus y plus z the whole cube. These are the identities that you have learned. Also, of course, x square minus y square. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of this, this can be transferred to whom? You have to understand that. Okay, so first of all, you have to understand, see, when there are only three terms, then definitely it cannot be a form of x plus y the whole cube and x minus y the whole cube. Neither it can be x plus y the plus z the whole square. Okay, it cannot be out of this. Simply because these, when you have expansion done, they have got lot number of variables, lot number of terms. You know the identities, we have used these identities. Basically, if you will see, x plus y the whole cube is actually equal to x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into x plus y. So their cubes are there over here, and the third term actually you have to open it, and when you open this term it becomes 3x square y plus 3xy square. They become actually 4 terms. Of course, then cube is also there. So these type of things are not available over here. Here the highest power is square. So it is going to be either a plus b the whole square or a minus b the whole square. X plus y plus z the whole square also has got lot number of terms. You know that x plus y plus z the whole square has x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2xz. These are many, 6 terms. So this can be either converted to either a plus b the whole square or a minus b the whole square. Now among these two also, if you'll see, a plus b the whole square and a minus b the whole square, among these two also if you'll see, remember this will always have the sign of the second term or the middle term will be always negative, right? Because you know a minus b the whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, where here it is always plus everywhere. In a plus b the whole square, the sign of the middle term is always plus, and in a minus b the whole square, the sign of the middle term is always negative. So here it is basically the sign of the middle term is plus. So this is got a very huge chance that it can be converted to a plus b the whole square. Okay, my dear student, these all things you have to think. You have to see it, visualize it before you start solving these type of problems. So now I have to convert them into the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. This is the form I have to convert this into. So definitely my first term is a square, means everything should come under the square. Here x is under the square but 9 is not under the square. So I will have to bring 9 also under the square. For that I will have to write the square root of this. The square root of this is 3x the whole square. Okay, I can bring it again over here, and also I can, this is already in the form of a square. If this also would have got a number over here 25y square, so I would have written 5y the whole square, but this is already under a square. So I have achieved this first term and the last term. Now only thing is the middle term, but the middle term is what? Basically 2 into a into b. So I should see this 3x the whole square and y square I have got, plus is coming over here, 2 will come from outside, into what is a? 3x, what is b? Y. Now I have to check whether I will be getting over here. If I multiply this, what do I get? 2 3s are 6xy, 6xy, it is right. So this you should get automatically. You should not bring this. You should only try to bring the first term and the last term in the proper form, in the form of a whole square. And afterwards, whatever is this a, you have to multiply 2, into this A into this B and write over here. And when you multiply this, whatever you do, this should automatically come over there. That means now you are in this form. So now you will tell, comparing with this you have done. Now since a square plus 2ab plus b square, sorry, x square, you have got x square plus 2xy plus y square is equal to x plus y the whole square, identity 1. Therefore we get, this is what, 3x is going to be our a, this sign will come over here plus y will be y the whole square, that is equal to 3x plus y into 3x plus y. This is factorization done. Now you have factorized this. So actually if this is what, 9x square plus 6xy plus y square is equal to 3x plus y into 3x plus y. If I multiply this, I will be getting this. Factorization done. Okay, my dear students, this is how we are supposed to factorize. So now going forward for the next question. Second question. See, the second question is what? Basically 4y square minus 4y plus 1. See, now also if you'll see, this is going to be the expansion of either a plus b the whole square or a minus b the whole square. But because the middle term is minus, negative, that's why the chances of this is going to be heavy. This is not going to be there. So if I go to convert this, so first of all, definitely I will have to convert this. This is basically what, a square minus 2ab plus b square. This all is rough work I am doing. Just I have to see everything before I solve. Maths is that, my dear student. You should be able to see 2-3 steps ahead that what you are going to do now. What you are going to do now, you should be able to visualize 2-3 steps ahead what is going to happen afterwards. And of course you should know where you are traveling to, in which direction. A square minus 2ab plus b square. So now what happens, this I will have to convert it to square. For that y is under the square but 4 is not under the square, so this will become 2y the whole square. Okay, and 1 square, no problem. Now this minus sign comes over here. Of course I'll just convert it like this only. Fine. Now I will have to construct the middle term. Now my first term and the last term is ready. Now I have to construct the middle term. For middle term, what I will do, 2y square minus, this is going to be my plus 1 square. So this will be 2 will come from outside into this base 2y into this base 1. Now I will multiply this, what I have got. 2 2s are 4y into 1 4y. This is 4y, right? That means my expansion is right. Now I can write, since x square minus 2xy plus y square is equal to x minus y the whole square. This is identity 2. Okay, so we get this will be equal to 2y minus sign over here 1 the whole square. This is equal to is very much important everywhere. Therefore this is going to be 4y square minus 4y plus 1 is equal to 2y minus 1 into 2y minus 1. It is always better to write it in this form, my dear student, because you have to factorize them in multiplication form. So the last one, question number 3, is basically x square minus y square upon 100. See, now this, if you will see, this is just a 2 terms, and now this you know it is basically x square minus y square is equal to x plus y into x minus y, this. Okay, so this is also there, but here what happens, you have to have first term also under the square and second term also under the square. Here the first term is below the square, is under the square. Y is also under the square, but 100 is not under the square. So you will have to first bring 100 also under the square. For that, what you will do is equal to x square minus y upon 10 the whole square. Now you can write, since x square minus y square is equal to x plus y into x minus y, that is identity 3. We get, what do we get? This is going to be x plus y upon 10 in bracket x minus y upon 10. Okay, my dear students, so therefore x square minus y square upon 100 is equal to x plus y upon 10 in one bracket x minus y upon 10. So this is how we have finished with question number 3, which dealt with factorization. Okay, my dear students, so soon we will go to question number 5. Okay, my dear students, so see you all soon. Thank you.